Hello Embers, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue on with our pattern reading videos. So today we're going to tackle gauge intention. So on a pattern, it's going to tell you exactly what your gauge needs to be. You can see that right there. For all intents and purposes, I'm not going to do the gauge for this one since this is crocheting in the round. But I will show you the gauge on an example gauge of something you'd more commonly come across. So for projects that are not blankets and scarves, a lot of seasoned crocheters will say you want to do a swatch. And what they mean by that is that you're going to take your gauge, you're going to make an example and measure it to see if you're right with the number of stitches for the dimensions given. And what this does is it ensures that your project will be the correct size. So we don't want to have something that's supposed to be large end up being slightly smaller because we didn't measure our tension and gauge. So for an example of this, a pattern might say that the gauge is 13 stitches is equal to 10 centimeters or 4 inches. 6 rows is also equal to 10 centimeters or 4 inches when you do double crochet using a G hook. So what you'll do is you'll get out your materials that you need. So you'll get your G hook. You'll get some of the yarn that you want to use for the project. So like we do here. And we're going to go through and just do the swatch. So what it says, it says we need 13 stitches. So that would be the first row, and that would be the number of chains in the foundation. So just to make it easier to measure, see where we're at with our tension, we'll do an even 20. So we'll do 20 chains. And then instead of doing the 6 rows, we'll make that an even 10. So we again have more space to measure, see where we're at. So then what we'll do is we'll do the chain of 20, which is this right here. This is marking chain number 13, so what the pattern suggests. And then we're doing 10 rows of double crochet. And then this is marking row number 6. So the foundation, 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, no, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is just going to give us some extra material to work with. So once we've finished this, you're going to take a measuring tape or ruler. I personally prefer to use a measuring tape because I'm not using something that's static. I'm using something flexible. So I want to use something flexible. So what we'll do is we'll take a tape and measure across. And we just want to see how many stitches fit across the row in the 4-inch span. So it looks like we are just slightly short. We're short like 1 stitch. Right, that's not bad. And then what we want to do is we want to see how many rows fit into that allocated length. And ooh boy, that is off by a lot. So we have 6, 7, and 8. So we have 2 extra rows. So the best way to fix that is if there are more stitches in the dimensions that were given for the gauge, you're going to go up a hook. So instead of using a G hook, you are going to use, where'd it go? An H hook. So you're going to move up to something slightly bigger. Okay. See how they're slightly different? It's literally a matter of like millimeters. Or if there are not enough stitches, you're going to go down a hook size. So in this case, you'd be going from like G to an F. Unfortunately, the smallest hook I have, next smallest hook I have is an E hook. So you'll see that these are all slightly different sizes. And most patterns in the gauge will say, give you the dimensions, but it also says check your gauge and use any hook to obtain it. So you want to start with the suggested hook and then go and see if you have to adjust. And super easy to do. Then you would just pull all this out and start over again. And then we're done with that one. This is going to be a shorter video today since it's very information intensive. And then what I will be doing is in the document I'm writing that covers all of this, I will be including a lot of pictures. So if you're not visualizing something, that will be somewhat of a help for that. All right, so next week, Embers, we're going to finish up on the last two sections of a pattern, and that would be abbreviations and the special stitches and notes sections of the pattern. And then from there, we can always try to make a pattern together, or we can do whatever. And we'll probably do stitch along with me for something simple. Maybe granny square. I have to see what time will allow. So until next week, you will see me again, and I will see you again. Remember, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Forged by Blackfire. You can like and comment and subscribe to this channel. And you can also watch me on Twitch on weekends. I stream crafting sessions, deconstruction sessions, and it's usually in the afternoon, and I run on Pacific time. So until then, bye.